Hello everyone, welcome, good evening. Sorry for another late video today. I was traveling, so I was not available most of the day. But we are going to talk about few of our stock trades today that we did early in the morning. Then I'm going to discuss about ATR and average true range and daily range and average volume versus relative volume. So we are going to talk about those as well at the end. These are the labels that I added recently to TradingView. So so let's start. So today was supposed to be a crazy good day because of so many earnings yesterday and so many plays and the movers. So we were up early today making a plan, making a watch list. I had a watch list ready to go. So when you often ask me about the daily routine, so that's the daily routine, right? You get up early, you make the list of all the gappers, the earning plays, the plays which have the most volume, up or down. Just figure out your setup for the day. So that's what we did. We got up. So I always post the movers every day. I post it in the room. I post it on the Twitter. So we look at what's moving, what's not. As you see. Our focus, small cap, there was not much. There was this AULT which was running pre-market. Then we were looking at T-Dog, Google, Boeing, and I made a list here. So UNP, Google, Boeing, KRE, and the banks from yesterday, Meta, AMC, Nvidia, Visa, UPST, Microsoft, Snap, Tesla. And then we had a play later in the day. So what we did in the first thing in the morning, what I did was I made some price levels for every stock that we were looking at. So this was our Google. So if you see, I had a price alert set here, right? Because I wanted to long over this breakout. These were the stops, right? And similarly, I will show you. Similarly, we had a price alerts on everything. So we were ready, but there was not, when the market opened up, most of the tech started to fall down. There was profit taking, nothing was moving. So we didn't really have any solid trade out of the gate. Only one which was big out of the gate was T-Dog. So T-Dog right away, went through this pre-market high breakout and this setup. We talked about this setup yesterday. So I wanted to see that if it fails and breaks down, and then it will be a good short. But that setup didn't come to us. So that setup didn't come, but instead of that setup, it became earning play mover to the upside. And this was the falling downtrend line. That was the breakout, and target was 30. I was talking all day about it. Personally, I missed a good entry, but I know a lot of you were trading T-Dog today. So let's see. So right away when the market opened, we talked about Meta. So I was talking about Meta. Why was Meta important today, earlier in the day? Because of this 300 level. So Meta bullish over and bearish under. So that was the key for Meta, bullish over, bearish under. And for the Microsoft, sorry guys if the screen is little hard to see. It's because I'm traveling and this is my laptop, so I had to try to fix everything in this my 4K screen here. But anyways, now you don't see those alerts that I had on Microsoft because Microsoft, we had this 340 level. We wanted to see a push to 345 and there was a support at 335 level. So I had some price alerts set on the Microsoft at the open and where it tried to push. I didn't get any entry. I didn't want to chase. So let's see. So we talked about all the watches today and we made the watch list. We shared the watch list. This is what we are looking at. So bunch of price alerts start to go right away at open, right? I had set up all the price alerts. They start to go away right at open. AMD was, this was AMD level, 111 was my support. from yesterday. I didn't do any trade on AMD, but we had our levels here. You see the cloud breakdown under cloud, fail, you know, and all day fade. Why was that? Because in the morning we saw Nasdaq QQQ weak under EMA Clouds at open. So Nasdaq was significantly weaker under the clouds. So I told that this is our pivot, bearish under. As long as it doesn't go over, it's bearish, and everything was taking a beating. So tech was also kind of heavy. If you see the 10 minutes candles, 1 2 3, they were heavy. SPY 1 2 3 4, they were heavy. And Google, we'll talk about Google in a bit. So I was saying bearish trend to start the day, not long anything yet. QQQ is heavy so far. So because, you know, I didn't get any ideal entry, I was looking for Google. I didn't take any entry right at open. You see, we are just 4 minutes into open. Because thing is, if you try to trade like right at the open, first 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you have to have a lot of more experience, because you can, if you don't have a good entry, you can get chopped out. You try to long and the stock can fade right in front of you. You need to wait for a confirmed push and hold to go long. Clearly you see our EMA clouds were not giving us a trade. Look at the difference from yesterday, right? Okay, let me go here. So it was a clean difference from yesterday. If you see, so what do you see? Yesterday we had this EMA cloud over. Today we had EMA cloud lower. So today was day to be bearish buys as long as under this. So BA was strong right at open. I'll come to that later. Snap wanted to see the pops short. So QQQ 376 support, let things settle down. Microsoft 340 reject, bearish trend so far, 335 support. So this 340 area was rejected, bearish trend. So bearish trend. So how to identify? So we identified the bearish trend right at open. Okay, then suddenly Tesla triggered. Let's see what triggered in Tesla. So Tesla, sorry guys, I have to use this screen because there. So Tesla, this triggered 264.38 right here. Right here I had the alert to this one. You see over the EMA clouds. And right away I wanted to take an entry, risking this area or this area. Ideally a tighter stop and a starter size adds. So Tesla trading versus PM lows, EMA cloud reversal, small size. So just a small size. So Tesla 956, the target was 267 into 10 AM 10:15 trend. So we broke out from here. You saw the price alert on Tesla. If we look at all those Tesla price alerts, what did we do, right? So let's see. Tesla. So Tesla price alert 264, then we pushed to our next resistance 265.85. We were looking for 267. We got almost 268. So almost $3, right? And risking almost $1 or $1.50. So one risk to two reward trade here. So I was locking in the 10 AM trend, guys. I talk about it every day. So I logged it side. So Tesla next leg, price alerts on SPY QQQ set up. So this was our first successful trade of the day, Tesla. Our next trade was Boeing. So Boeing strong, watch for pullbacks. So strong, right? Pre-market breakout, watch for pullbacks to add. So Boeing we added, let's see, we also added Google, but that trade didn't work out. We'll talk about that in a bit. Just want to talk about Boeing. So Boeing was pulling back. We were discussing in the on the trading floor. We were watching these levels 222 and 224. See, as long as 3450 did not break, you know, we add. So I actually added here, but I held it here. And then before I went to because I had to go, I mentioned that I had a Google and Tesla and BA. I was 3 trades in the morning. Google I will explain in a bit. So BA was flagging. Okay, here is the T-Dog, guys, 28 and 30 target that we hit in the later in the day. So okay, so so Tesla holding BA, L loss on the Google. So I left, and you know, the BA kept working. I didn't end up closing because I was traveling. I'm still holding BA. So this was our best trade of our day for BA. So everybody did good on Boeing today. Very liquid name from our watch list, had a news today. So again, market routine, getting up early, trying to know our plays helped us, right? So only focus on few plays, right? The plays I mentioned are the ones which are our focus on, especially when, you know, even though we had a big watch list, but we only talked about few of them. And then we also took NASDAQ short. Now I'm going to talk about our QQQ short. So this was rejecting here SPY, QQQ was rejecting here. So I had given strict warnings that no long unless confirmed. Hard time to break into bullish pivot, right? So never hit our price alerts, cautious on long side. FOMC today, Meta versus 300 short idea, that was our scalp. So we can short SPY QQ on bounce for best risk reward, will add puts, right? Meta same, see the live stream charts. So then our price alerts started hitting, the QQQ breaking down, Nvidia breaking down, SPY breaking down, right? And Microsoft from 340 reject breaking down. So we got a nice flush here at 11 a.m. from our this pivot, this area to 375. Really good trade, you know, right in the first and 1.5 hour of the morning, and we were done, right? So I was done because I had to go, and but I did took a loss on Google. I mean, it was not a big loss because look what Google did all day. What did it do? It was in a range all day. It didn't even break my pivot to go long. Had it, you know, broken this pivot, this was our long, and it's not done yet. We watch it tomorrow as well. Look at the volume. So I will talk about the volumes. 200% volume traded today, and it held. So tomorrow, high watch on Google. So I added some Google here today in anticipation of the breakout. My risk was here, and when it started failing here, I stopped out. You know, I didn't want to stop till 128 because, you know, I could because I was looking at this 3450 going down. So I just took a stop loss and I just moved on. So nothing there. So that was our Google trade, right? So we had nice trade on Tesla, we had nice trade on Boeing, T-Doc, not my personal trade, but all our targets met on TDOC. So TDOC over 29. See, I had all the price alerts as well. Yeah, TDOC hit our 30 target. You know, people were in the room on the TDOC. So yeah, people made good on TDOC. Yeah, I guess I just messed it up a little. I don't know what Snap did. I wanted to short Snap in the morning, but never got the good setup to short. Kind of squeezed. Oh, maybe with FOMC. So yeah, I was not here for FOMC, but I would have definitely taken some nice trades into FOMC, no doubt about it. But before I left, I set up some price alerts, right? So BA was still holding at when I was traveling, but I texted from my phone. I'm still holding. So that was, when was FOMC? Yeah. So as soon as FOMC hit, so BA, you see when it went over this pivot, big push, that pivot still worked, right? If you took this pivot here, starter, risk here, quick scalp, it still worked because it was a range. Not something like very clean setup, but still, right? When it breaks that support, it goes here. Look here, pivot, up, down, up, down. So usually that's what it does. You know, if you made good money in the morning, don't mess up with FOMC. I have successfully traded FOMC live on a Twitter feed many times. So anyways, so SPY, here's the price alert, 455 cross, boom. QQQ, 378 cross, nah, not much, little bit, then back. So Google never did anything, Snap never did anything. So that was that. And there was a nice penny play in the room today, MNK. Really well done by Manpreet today in the room. Really nice, you know, that one breakout. So guys, one breakout is always a psychological breakout. Big breakout. See, these are the trades which can grow small account. You see how it's holding 34.50. It held this setup here. Then there was a long over one. If I was in the room, I would have told everyone the long over room, but Manpreet guided really nicely. MNK1, very nice. Glad to see, I mean, everyone killing it there. And you see our halt bots telling us right away what's halting, what's not. Price alerts working, our tweet alerts going. Really good job, you know, in the room. And our all our scanners, bots, everything working really good. So overall, not a bad day. Assuming, I mean, I was away for most of the day, but I'm glad to see there's a lot of activity in the room. People really doing good. So okay, swings. So big winners, Neo, right? People were panicking when it was falling down yesterday. I told them be patient, right? Beautiful. That was the setup. Go see before and after. If you are not even in my community, or even if you are not following me on Twitter, even my video recaps, so many setups that's working. Neo I discussed every day. Rivian, right? Nice setup, keeps teasing us. Still a big move from yesterday, so not bad. So we'll watch Google tomorrow, and Microsoft, nah, we'll see. Meta versus that 300. So again, most of the concepts work today. Small losses on Google, and our watch list was good. BA was very profitable. I'm hoping to lock it tomorrow. So everybody did good. So okay, let's go to the educational part. Now I want to talk about these labels. So one is called relative volume and the other one is called day trade range, right? Let's look at Boeing. So these labels were already in Think or Swim, I found some in TradingView, and then I spent some time yesterday to tweak them, add them nicely, like just like Thinkorswim, and I was able to get it. I already published them on my TradingView profile. You can go find it under my name, or I will post it today under this video in the description. So how does the average volume versus relative volume help us? Average volume versus relative volume. The relative volume basically means how much of the volume we are trading today. So Boeing traded 500% of its average volume. You see it right there. So what happens is, right in the morning at the open, if the volume is already 30%, right here, 20 to 30% in first candle, and it's in 1 hour, it's already trading like 40-50%. If relative volume says that's already traded 40-50%, that means probability of a bigger move is stronger, because if you extrapolate it, it means there's going to be a big volume day and a big volume mover. So that's how the relative volume helps us, and that's what happened. Relative volume 527% today, average is 24, average is 5 million. Today we traded 25 million, and big move for us, the Boeing trade. That's why I was watching the pullbacks, because in the morning I saw the relative volume is already. So watch that first half an hour, 20 minutes, 1 hour, how much is volume versus the average volume. If it's way higher, it's already 20, 30, 40% in just first 20-30 minutes, that means it's of course going to more than 100%. And so use that concept accordingly. So I'm very happy that I was able to build it on TradingView. And if anybody has issues, I will, of course, anybody in my community, my team is going to set up their charts just as mine. And then, but you can install it yourself. I will put in the description. And then we have day trading range versus average true range. Why is this important? So I tweeted yesterday the full my teaching flashcard. Go back, see it, or go back, see in my YouTube post. How if the stock has traded less than its average true range, right? So average true range was 550, and if the stock has just traded $1 big volume, it can still push more. It can still push more than its average true range. If that's your target, first target. But if the volume is higher and it started to break its average true range, it can do either 100%, 150% of its average true range. So average true range helps you understand how much more move the stock has, right? Or where to take the profits. Sometimes the stock is moving too much on almost its average true range on just a little volume. Then you have to be careful, because it's already traded most of its average true range, and it can pull back because volume is low and trend is not holding. Then you have to manage it accordingly. So Boeing today was a great example. The relative volume was 500%. Average true range was breaking over its 100%, and it is traded double its average true range, right? So average true range works both ways. So to summarize, average true range can be used to see how much more move the stock has left. Additionally, on a high volume days, if it breaks its average true range, the stock can really push to 150% of its range, or in this case 200% of the range. So if we want to see how much did Boeing move today, so here you go. So from the open, so you see $11. So our entry was here, so we got almost $8, $7-8. So if you were entering here, there was still $3 to the average true range, and it broke out of its average true range, which was $5, which was this. It already broke out of its average true range right here, and the breakout and the volume right? So add these tools into your library, especially if you're a day trader. It will help you succeed a lot, you know. So Google traded 200%, not like Boeing, you know, even if it's earning, Boeing was 500%, right? So Google today, very tight day. So this is a sideways days, nothing happens, but tomorrow we watch. So you can see how with more volume and the range works. So combine these two labels, use them. Ask me if you have any doubts, ask me in the comments, I'll help you. And so this is a special video for these two indicators labels, which will help you. So all right guys, I'm traveling few days, so you know, bear with me on my videos and on my commentary in the room as well, but I'm here to help. And see you all tomorrow. Thank you.